Saint Catherine of Siena never led an army. She never founded a convent. She never held office in the church. And yet, popes listened to her, demons feared her, and Christ himself marked her soul and her body. Tonight, we present the mysteries of Saint Catherine of Siena. Catherine was born in 1347 in the narrow streets of Siena, Italy, a city already marked by plague, fear, and death. She was one child among many, unnoticed, unremarkable. Until one day, at just 6 years old, Catherine looked up and saw what no one else could see. Above her, Christ, not suffering, not dying, but reigning, wearing the vestments of a bishop, raising his hand in blessing. She did not cry out. She did not tell anyone. She simply changed. From that moment on, Catherine turned inward, as though part of her no longer belonged to the world around her.
At the age of 7, Catherine felt called to consecrate herself to God alone.
From that moment, her path was set.
In medieval Siena, young Catherine was expected to marry, her long, beautiful hair a sign that she was ready to become a bride. But Catherine wanted to give her life completely to God. To show she was serious about refusing marriage, she cut off her hair, renouncing worldly beauty, rejecting the future planned for her, and offering the sacrifice as a sign that her heart belonged to God alone.
Outwardly, her life appeared ordinary. Inwardly, it was marked by long hours of prayer, fasting, and penance. One night, while deep in prayer, Catherine was no longer alone. Christ appeared to her, accompanied by the Virgin Mary and the saints, and in that moment he espoused her to himself. Placing a ring upon her finger, he said, "I espouse you to myself in faith." Others saw nothing, but Catherine would later testify that she could always see the ring, a sign of her mystical union with Christ. From that night forward, her life became an interior dialogue with him, marked by profound intimacy and trust. In 1375, while praying before a crucifix, Catherine experienced one of the most mysterious events of her life. Christ appeared to her again. From his sacred wounds came rays of light, striking her hands, her feet, and her side. She received the stigmata, the wounds of Christ. Fearing attention and misunderstanding, Catherine begged Christ to allow the wounds to remain hidden. Her prayer was granted. The suffering remained. The wounds did not appear. The Church of Catherine's time was deeply troubled. The Pope resided outside of Rome. The clergy were divided. The faithful were confused. And into this uncertainty, Catherine began to write. Letters filled with urgency, humility, and truth, addressed to priests, bishops, civil leaders, and even the Pope himself. She did not speak as a rebel, she spoke as a daughter of the Church, and remarkably, her voice was heard. In 1377, Pope Gregory XI returned to Rome, an action influenced in part by Catherine's counsel and prayers. During her lifetime, Catherine was associated with many miracles. The sick recovered, the afflicted found peace. Those burdened by despair turned back to God. She consistently denied having any power of her own. God does everything, she said. I do nothing. And perhaps that is why so much was accomplished through her. After her death, her relics were venerated in Rome and Siena. When her head was later examined, witnesses reported that her face appeared peaceful. Her tongue, the instrument through which she had spoken truth without fear, was reported to be incorrupt and remains venerated to this day. Centuries later, the Church recognized what God had already revealed. Saint Catherine of Siena was declared a doctor of the Church, a mystic who lived a hidden life, a saint who preferred silence. Saint Catherine of Siena, pray for us.